I thought today was pretty interesting because first off, Cracker Barrel, right? Today was a shit show because a Cracker Barrel went woke. The NFL recently went woke. So even though Trump is posting this thing that says woke is dead, did you see that from the White House account, dude? Like, what are we doing? The White House account is posting like Roblox memes. Like, dude, what is our government, bro? You see this shit? Woke equals broke is what he posted. And it's a cemetery for woke. Woke is dead. And yet, all day long was a meltdown over Cracker Barrel. And why? Because Cracker Barrel changed their logo. Guys, dude, we gotta look at some of this Cracker Barrel shit. It is the funniest thing, dude. Wait till you see some of these tweets, guys. They changed it from this to this, okay? They changed the logo. They got rid of the barrel and the old white guy in the chair. They got rid of the whip. Now there's a little bit of, still a little bit of like, well, what is the Cracker Barrel? I know if you go to their website and read about Cracker Barrel, they talk about soda crackers being in these barrels. And that's what supposedly it's named for. But if you go back to the times of slavery, the cracker was a whip. And a Cracker Barrel was the barrel where they put all the whips in. I mean, this is why they call white people crackers, because the white people were the ones with the whips, guys. I mean, it is historical. So when the guy was going to the Cracker Barrel, somebody was about to get tied to a tree. You know what I mean? And shit was going to go down. Okay, so now what's wild about this is how we don't know if that's exactly what it's named for, but some people did sort of dredge that up. But one thing I do know is the guy who started Cracker Barrel was horribly anti-LGBTQ. He was terribly anti-LGBTQ into the early 2000s, and they openly discriminated against LGBTQ people. And then eventually the board forced him out. It was this guy, Dan Evans, okay? Dan Evans. A bunch of shareholders left because of his discriminatory shit, and then they forced him out. But wait till you see, guys. You gotta see the shit that these right-wingers were posting today. This is the woman who is the CEO, okay? Right here. This is the woman who took over. And now, here's the problem, guys. Nobody eats there anymore. That's a restaurant with like rocking chairs and shit. Low-grade restaurant that is dingy and had this sort of shabby chic 1930s log cabin fucking, you know, lattices and wicker and all that shit and uncomfortable wood chairs. The food's really boring and shit. But anyway, so she's the new CEO. Now they're modernizing this thing. But anyway, you gotta see though what these people have said. Look at this guy. This guy is some guy who says he's converted from Democrat to MAGA and all this shit. But like, dude, look at what this tweet says. It says, this is what they took from us. Right? Dude, are you serious? Matt Van Swole, this is what they took from you? Like, you can't live without being able to go into a restaurant that looks like this? Yeah, and you know what's funny is it's a stock picture that he got off the internet. I bet this motherfucker's never even gone into a Cracker Barrel, right? But dude, he's like, this is what they took from us? Dude, homie's gonna be like hanging out at Frontierland in Disneyland for the rest of his life, right? And you know why he's mad? Because they changed the inside. They went from this to this. This is what they're upset about. That's the big change, bro. I mean, it's brighter and, you know, airier. Dude, and they're freaking out. This is a video that says the Cracker Barrel rebrand gets even worse than the new logo. I don't care that the floor looks like bricks. I hate this. Look at this. This is Brick Suit Guy, dude. Brick Suit Guy is just distraught at the Cracker Barrel rebrand. Yeah, you ready? Let's watch this video, guys. Dude, look at that. They are so brokenhearted, bro. Dude, isn't that funny? Dude, he's like, it gets even worse. Here's the interior. Oh my God, they're beside themselves because of this interior, guys. The sadness barrel. Dude, oh shit. Isn't that wild? But can I just say, can I just step out on a limb? Now, I realize that I am a little better with change than most people are. But like, dude, I've never been upset about like a logo changing or whatever. I just don't see what, it's a logo. You know what I mean? Like, I bet if you asked half the people at Cracker Barrel and said, what does the logo look like? They wouldn't even be able to tell you. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what that fucking logo looks like. But again, here's the real meat, dude. This is what they took from us. Dude, I just can't get over how funny this is. Dude, this is what they took from us. Like, oh my God. And you know what's crazy though? Is these are the same people who are like, man, slavery wasn't so bad. It wasn't all the whites. Why do you have to focus on how bad slavery was? But like, dude, they're like melting down and like freaking out because the Cracker Barrel got a fucking remake, bro. You know what I mean? And it's like, really? You know, slavery is like, get over it. But the Cracker Barrel takes a few lattices out, paints the walls white. And it's like, dude, they're ready to fucking, they want reparations, bro. Cracker Barrel reparations. Again, dude, this guy just picked this off the internet. Because again, I bet you $1,000 this guy never went to a Cracker Barrel, right? And same with that, like John Rich guy. Do you know John Rich, the redneck Riviera dude? Dude, because he was on there. And he was like, I saw him on the internet. And he was like saying fucking, right, something about Cracker Barrel. Will you go to Cracker Barrel now that it's going woke? Right? Could be a Bud Light moment. And I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm like, you don't go to Cracker Barrel. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Dude, I know they're still drinking Bud Light. Dude, Bud Light is the official beer of the UFC. Okay? After they canceled Bud Light got a fucking promotion, bro. Like, what are they talking about? Clown shows, dude. To me, it doesn't even look like that much different, bro. Look at this one. This person says, the new Cracker Barrel interior is made to dull the mind and disengage the senses. It is dry, boring, and mundane. They are broken. Dude, they're broken over Cracker Barrel. Scott, having stormed out of Cracker Barrel after learning they changed their logo, Scott Baio vowed to never work there again. Dude, oh, that's brilliant. That is amazing. Dude, they are melting down. I just think it's so funny, bro. They're all mad at the CEO, dude. She looks amazing. I love her glasses. She wants to evolve the restaurant. I mean, dude, look at this person. This Cracker Barrel remodel rebrand is one of the most upsetting things I've seen in a long time, bro. Dude, what? Literally everyone I know is in shock. Like, this can't be true, dude. This has to be a parody account. Dude, it's not a parody account, dude. Who is upset by this, dude? The most upsetting things they've seen in a long time? There's no way. Dude, look at Benny Johnson. Cracker Barrel completely changed their iconic logo for the first time in 47 years, and it's absolutely horrible. When will they learn? Oh, Benny. Oh, Benny. Oh, my God. When will they learn? How dare you get rid of the Cracker Whip? Dude, isn't that funny? Dude, they're so freaked out. Cracker Barrel CEO Julie Masino says the rebrand has been overwhelmingly positive. They're so mad. They're so upset. Cracker Barrel's officially rebranding. Massive downgrade. Dude, like, this is what's wild, though. Send the National Guard into D.C., they're not bothered. Immigrants having their windows smashed and being tased, and American citizens being sent to 𝗙COT, they're not bothered. You know what I mean? Like, women being raped by guys pretending to be ICE agents, not bothered. They don't fucking care, right? They don't care about the Epstein files, but the Cracker Barrel logo changes. And they're like, holy fucking shit, bro. Major crisis. Dude, the Cracker Barrel meltdown. Cracker Barrel has fallen. Look at that guy's head, bro. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.